Okay, so it looks like the remaining few have something to do with either Hapi or Dorothea. So I'll start with Hapi first. I'll save Dorothea for last. Ooh. Actually, all the Hapis are Bs. Yeah, let's go here first. Ingrid. No. Sylvain.
Ah, Sylvain. It's unusual to find you doing something other than hitting on women.
That's not what he's doing now?
Ah, Dorothea. I've been preparing to do just that, as it were. My intention is to flirt with the monastery's most beautiful
I was about
flower,
to say!
Dorothea herself.
See, Sylvain said it himself, alright? That's proof.
Oh dear. And I've ruined all your hard work. You might as well save the effort. I'm not taking the bait.
Oh, Dorothea, your wit is as sharp as your beauty.
Yeah, she doesn't seem like one this would work on that well.
Don't you want just a little flirting? Just a sample?
Just a sample?
I'm not like all the others, you know.
Just a sample!
I don't doubt it. By not like all the others, do you mean how serious you are about being disingenuous when you flirt?
And that is supposed to mean what exactly?
Your social standing isn't bad, and you're not bad to look at or particularly dumb. You could easily be engaged by now.
Yeah?
But you just flit from one woman to the next without settling on anyone.
Now that's a good assessment, Dorothea.
I bet you enjoy going out with them, but you hate women themselves. Don't you think?
That's interesting.
Me? Hate women? That couldn't be further from the truth. I'm always serious when it comes to matters of the heart. When I flirt, I stake my life on it.
Uh-huh. I'll believe it when I see it. Staking your life on a person is the sort of thing you should only do when you're in love.
Very true.
That's what I've been saying. I love you enough to stake my life on it. And I'm seriously in love with each and every girl I flirt with.
I mean, I could see you risking your life for more than one people, especially in this profession, but...
I see. Regardless, I'm not staking my life on you. So you'd better go and fall in love with someone else. Goodbye, Sylvain.
She's stone cold. I love it.
What? What? I mean... Alright, we'll see where that goes. Alright, I guess let's go to Felix next.
Felix? My goodness, I swear
Wow.
you're always training. Such a hard worker. So strong.
This is, my brain is going in circles. I mean, I know how it makes sense. Perhaps one flirt doesn't like another flirt. Or in this case, there's this big difference between Hilda and Dorothea. Dorothea is serious. Hilda just wants people to work for her, so. Well,
Felix?
yeah, I don't see this going well. Unless you actually have a purpose.
What?
Yeah. I think that approach will work on him.
You can hear me. Oh, that's good. I was worried maybe your ears didn't work.
What do you want?
Oh, nothing. Nothing in particular, I mean. But now that I'm here, and now that you've asked, when you've finished up, do you think you'd like to join me in the dining hall for something sweet?
I'll pass. I don't like sweets. Also, stay away from me.
That's right. He doesn't like sweets, as we found out with Lysithea.
That's not a very nice way to talk to a classmate.
You get used to it. Well, it's not something you should get used to, but, you know, he's one of us.
Anyway, you sound like you're shooing away a stray cat.
Yeah?
Shh, shut up.
I am not a stray cat, Felix, and I am not leaving until you take a moment to chat with me.
You are a pest. Fine, do what you will.
Oh, you better believe I am going to keep doing exactly what I will.
I don't see this ending up that great, to be honest.
Maybe instead of a sweet treat, we can get something spicy. Would you like that?
Her personality doesn't seem like it would go well with Felix.
I've heard the dining hall is serving a dish with some Western spices in it. Does that sound good, Felix? Would you like something spicy instead of sweet?
And now that I mention it, I'll speak on it after this is done.
You're distracting me. When I am hungry, I will eat. Alone. Stop squawking at me.
Well, since you asked so nicely, I'll leave you in peace. Goodbye, Felix.
Finally.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect that to go anywhere, to be honest. They have an A rank? Yeah, she got 4 supports with him. Interesting. And I haven't seen his B with Mercedes. Also interesting. Okay. I did pick up on that. I'm remembering why. So I said I didn't know Dorothea that well and I didn't have any beef towards her. That's true. However, I did realize very quickly that she's far from my type. And explaining it, well, those of you who know me, you know, Uzume Chinobushi, of course. Actually, scratch that. I'm adding this in later. Uzume is my go-to choice because she's bae. I've done several games on her where you people have seen me literally meet her and see me grow to love her and everything. And I certainly wasn't shy about that. But it would be an absolute missed opportunity if I didn't mention the person I actually chose in Fire Emblem Three Houses, who even shares the same VA with Dorothea, something I try not to mention when I'm actually listening to Dorothea talk. And that's Shamir. And Shamir and Dorothea are truly on like the different sides of the spectrum, I feel. It would seem that way.
And you're not modest about it. I like that.
Well, why would I? I like the fact that my students like me.
Still, I can't deny that you've got skills. It's a little strange, to be completely honest.
What do you mean?
I had my doubts, but they were right to make you a professor.
Oh yeah, I have my doubts too. When Dorothea talks, I feel like she talks in consideration of the person she's talking to, right? Like, I feel like she's definitely a social butterfly, and Shamir is like the complete opposite. She is not necessarily completely quiet, like someone like Dedu, but she's certainly around that area, and funny enough, they have a support. I'm interested to see how that even goes. But when I talk to Shamir, you know, if she doesn't like you, I feel like it'll be very obvious to you. If she does like you, I feel that'll also be very obvious to you. You know, she's not one to mince her words. And yeah, that's honestly the difference between the two. I think that makes, if I had to point out that distinction, is definitely that. Basically, she's the last person who would be flirtatious. And that's basically like, yeah, I guess the opposite of Dorothea. Well, not the complete opposite. I'm not trying to say Dorothea is selfish or anything, but definitely how she was talking to me in the monastery, I was sort of like Felix. I think that's an accurate, well, not, you know, rude, but I remember when after the Battle of the Eagle and Lion happened, and she was like, how did we do?
Congratulations on winning the Battle of the Eagle and Lion. Did you get a special reward?
Not my seal.
I certainly feel like I earned a special reward. Don't you, Professor?
For what? You lost. You lost. Horribly. I don't think I deserved the reward, and I said, for what? You lost. Horribly. I remember that. So, yeah. Again, not to say that I had any hatred, just I imagine she'll open up more as the conversations go on, you know, and we'll get to see the real her. Part of which we saw in Sylvain's, which why they might be a good pair. I don't know. Actually, to be frank, every person she meets, she has an A rank with, except for Ingrid, which is odd because she has a paralogue with Ingrid and Bernadetta. Wait. Yeah, what the heck? I'm assuming she'd also have an A rank with Hubert and Edelgard as well. Dang, Dorothea is friendly. Okay. All right. Well.
Ingrid, do you have a moment?
I do remember she swings both ways. I'm pretty sure.
we're going to perform an opera in the cathedral.
We are?
Yeah, I was about to say, like, we?
Yes, it's a small one, but I need some volunteers. Let me tell you, Alois is very excited. He's already doing a ton of work for the show.
You sure you want Ingrid?
I see. What's it about?
Classic opera fare. A tragic love story. A princess who falls in love with a handsome commoner.
Sure you love that.
But our princess, she carries the fate of her country on her shoulders.
Can she and Edelgard end up together? I mean, it wouldn't... I mean, they both... Yeah, I think so. That's neither here nor there.
And no matter how in love she is, she can't just marry whoever she wants. Or can she?
That's quite a story. Sounds tragic and beautiful. Who will be playing the princess?
Ingrid, I think you should start running.
Me. I was
Oh.
a singer in an opera company, though I hope I'm not being too presumptuous casting myself.
I was thinking it was gonna be her for a second.
Even if you're not interested in being part of the production, you will come to see it, won't you?
Why her specifically?
I'm asking everyone to dress up properly. I want it to be a stylish and elegant night.
That does sound quite lovely. And I do want to go, but
Got some training to do.
Please, don't worry if you can't make it. I understand we're doing this on such short notice.
But like, why ask her? Do you guys have a history?
No, it's not that. I just, I struggle with the elegant part of things.
And that is true.
It's not often that I do myself up in elegant clothing and makeup and such.
If fashion's your concern, lady, you're in luck.
I am?
Yeah, I would think you are.
If you don't dress for the occasion, no one will take you seriously. But don't worry about a thing. I'll happily work my magic on you. When it's time, I'll meet you in your room. We'll make you the most beautiful woman in the theater.
Oh, goodness. Okay.
Yeah, I kind of walked into that one, Ingrid. Again, I do wonder how that... Why the two of them? Maybe I'll get more in there, Well, I can actually just... What does the summary say? Ingrid receives an unexpected marriage proposal of... Oh! Oh, whoa. Really? Well, that's interesting. And by the way... Well, I'll speak on that when we get there. Well, no, I haven't been spoiling anything. I got some thoughts about Hapi possibly getting kidnapped again. And it's an M-bar of all places. A black market. I really would like to do this. Back to the supports. Speaking of Hapi, she's next. Let's start with... we'll start with Constance.
Thank you for
Whoa.
going to such lengths to come see me, Hapi.
They're back in Abyss.
I live here, so it's not like I had to travel a long way.
I was about to
Do
say.
you need me for something, Coco?
I remember there not being that many dorms in the Abyss.
Need might be an exaggeration. Good, because I was just headed to bed. It's nearly sunset. Have a good night.
I didn't actually think about it. They literally live together.
Wait, no. Just because I don't need you for anything doesn't mean you may go.
Like, you could almost say... Well, not necessarily sisters. I mean, heck, it's like dorm rooms, I guess. Yeah, pretty much like dorm rooms. Never mind.
Need isn't quite it precisely. How to broach the subject nicely.
Though, if they're getting along, then yeah, I could almost attribute it to be like a sisterhood. I could go into some... No comment. Just, it's good that if they're getting along and they live together.
Nice rhyme. Are you dabbling in poetry now?
I didn't even notice that.
Don't be daft. Anyway, I need you for something. You could have just said that from the start.
Yeah?
So you want me to drink whatever this is?
Why?
It's how I intend to show my gratitude for all the things you do for me.
Is it gonna get rid of her sighing problem?
Right. Everything I do for you. Such as... what exactly?
You know, the pastries, the dried meats, sharing your fruits.
Oh, like when we ate those currants and you got juice all over your face.
Really?
Must you bring that up every time? It took me hours to get the stains out of my favorite fan.
I thought it was funny. So, what's this drink you gave me? It smells good, but looks weird.
It's all the rage among
What?
the elite now. They call it coffee.
Coffee?
It's derived from rare Dagden beans, which are roasted, ground, and then boiled over water.
That's a lot of effort to make hot bean water. Nobles find such inventive ways to waste time.
Should Happy be having coffee?
Hold your criticism until you've tasted it. And taste it quickly, please. This is a beverage that one must drink hot.
I never thought Fire Emblem and coffee.
All right, I guess.
Well, your verdict?
Whoa. This is not what I expected.
I've never actually had coffee, by the way.
Kinda tastes like mud, but also it's delicious and I never want to stop drinking it.
Exactly my reaction! The flavor is so striking that one trembles for more.
All gone. Got more?
Oh, it's rare, isn't it?
Indeed, I do not. The coffee bean, as I mentioned, is
Yeah.
rare and thus expensive. They are not easy to procure. Though, if I could restore House Nouvelle to
Wow.
its former glory,
Wow.
I might have means to acquire more.
Is that to help? Is this a roundabout way to get her to help you?
On second thought, never mind. You don't have to go to all that trouble.
Oh, but I was going to restore my house anyway. It just may be some time until my finances improve.
Yeah, we're going to Yuri next. Wait, no, it's not Yuri and Constance. It's Happy and Constance. Well, either way, we're going to Yuri next.
How about we go to the woods and find some fruit trees like we did the other day? Fresh fruit might not be as fancy as coffee, but it's good enough for me. Come on.
If that's all you desire, I think I can indulge you.
Won't she be upset, though, when you go outside?
To the orchards!
Oh, okay. Happy knows what she's getting into, certainly. Alright. Next up, Yuri.
Let me get this straight. The stars aren't moving, but the ground we stand on is?
Yo, we are getting progress in this support.
Yep, we're on a big round thing that's always spinning. And that's why the stars seem to move through the sky.
Happy, where'd you pick that up? I would have thought with all your, Does the Church of Sorrows teach that? Now that I'm thinking about it. I mean, I don't see why they'd have a problem with people knowing that. But the whole thing with Sothis being a star, or living on a star.
Hard to believe, isn't it? But it's true.
I admit I'm having a difficult time wrapping my head around.
Yeah.
How is it you know these things anyway?
Thank you, Yuri.
If you were a noble, it would make sense that you'd have a formal education on all of this.
Right. Yeah, Yuri should have... Well, he did leave early on. He might not have learned it, but...
In the village where I was born, there were people who studied the stars. They taught me.
When you were born...
A village of stargazing folk, huh? Do tell. I've never heard of such a place.
Yeah.
It's a very well hidden village.
Village hidden in the leaves?
It was a small settlement deep in the forest where no one ever bothered us.
I was kidding.
I was born there, grew up there, but when I got older, I felt like I needed to see the world.
Were they trying to keep you safe?
I couldn't live my whole life in one place, you know? So I struck out on my own.
I always knew you were an odd little bird, but your birthplace makes you a rare little bird.
And Happy does seem very bird-like, including her hair, now I think about it, and her ways of eating.
Yeah, well, pretty soon after leaving her nest, this rare little bird was put in a cage. I thought it might be some kind of punishment for leaving the forest.
What the hell? You think that because you wanted to live your life, you'd be punished? That's ridiculous.
Well, I can see her why she would come to that conclusion, though.
Look at this objectively. Was it punishment? Or was it just plain bad luck? There's nothing wrong with wanting to see the world and expand your horizons.
That's true, but I do wonder if there was a thing. She was in a hidden village, her crest is, you know, very sought after.
Take me. Had I never left that gutter I call home, I'd have gone my whole life never learning how to look at the stars.
Yeah. I left my village because I thought I'd find a better life beyond the forest. Now, I'm not so sure.
Though I thought Yuri would have eventually learned that being a noble.
Regret is pointless. What matters is how we live right here, right now. You know?
Fair, Yuri?
Yeah.
Do you ever want to return back home?
That's what I'm wondering. Like, don't you? Is your family still good?
I could say no, but I'd be lying. I've been feeling homesick lately. Nothing happened there, for better or worse. There wasn't much to be scared of.
Even with your sighing?
Everyone said the outside world was dangerous, that beyond the forest, all we'd find was an early grave. That wasn't exactly true, but my life was for sure easier when I lived there. I used to spend my days fishing, hunting for pretty flowers, running around for no reason.
A rare occurrence indeed.
Yeah, that seems like the life. Well, in theory, like the grass is greener always on the other side.
What is?
Seeing you smile in that way. You're always so, I don't know, neutral?
That fits. That certainly fits.
That's not true. I smile when there's something to smile about. It's strange, though. When I'm talking to you, I can't help but let my guard down. I don't like to discuss where I came from, but with you, I feel like I can open up. You know, I've been thinking a lot about my mom and dad lately.
Yeah.
I wonder, are they even alive?
Like, your parents are alive? They're probably worried sick. They might be thinking the same thing about you. I wonder where her village was located, too. Does it say? Timotheus. Hidden village. Now I'm thinking about it. Okay, She found refuge in Fargus, though, so seems unlikely. Is it on the map? Timotheus. Huh, I don't see it. And where's Dagda, now I'm thinking about it? Well. Either way, I probably should just take a picture of this area. It would help. I think that covers up the least amount of stuff. Don't see her area. Alright, well. I know Almira's to the other side of those mountains. Actually, yeah, that's probably a better. Nope. There we go. Alright. And now I think about it, those probably weren't locations, but because I noticed in Inbar it said Hresfelg, and that's just the family, not the location. Alright, and Ashe.
Hapi! I've been looking everywhere for you.
What's going on? Something urgent?
Oh no, but I promised to tell you the rest of the Luna Knight's tale, remember?
Huh. I've forgotten all about that.
Fair.
If you really want to tell the story that badly, I guess just go ahead.
Okay, I will. Do you remember where I left off?
Well, you were telling me something about how the Luna Knight was hard on liars and cheaters.
Right. So her husband, Duke Regan,
Huh?
turns out to be a bit of a libertine.
What? What?
That's hilarious.
Duke Regan?
My favorite part was when she caught her husband in the act and tossed him out the window.
Yo, Claude, well, I never heard this story, man. Well, he probably doesn't even know. I'm pretty sure it's not talking about, like, his mother was the heir to House Regan, and his grandfather, I don't think the story's talking about him. It's probably, like, maybe even the first Duke Regan. Although that would be a shame. A terrible... Well, no, I don't even know if the House Regan was in charge for, since it was founded. Like, the House leader, or the leader of the Alliance can change.
I thought tales about knights were supposed to be straight-laced, but this one's raunchy as heck.
And you like that?
I'm glad you enjoyed it. Usually these tales are pretty serious. Sometimes in a serious story, you need lighter moments like that to connect to the characters.
That's true. That's very true, Ash. This game is very good at that, I'd say.
It helps to see that even these great heroes made mistakes now and again. Just like us.
Oh yeah, like I can imagine people talking about Claude as some great hero, and I'm like, yo, that's just my boy, bro. He is as flawed as everybody else, and the same with Dimitri. I mean, I think Dimitri is the one who would look, well, at least pre-time skip, the one who looked the most idealistic. Because Claude, you know, I imagine they talk about his personality all the time, but Dimitri carries himself a certain way. But you know, he's terrible at sewing, and he can be clumsy with other stuff, and well, I think that's really a big flaw, the biggest one that's minor, you know?
You're so trusting, Freckles. For some reason, I find it endearing.
Well, yeah, it is endearing.
But you shouldn't take something at face value just because it's written down.
And that's true. Do not believe everything you read.
The truth is, knights do plenty of things that aren't heroic at all. Things that hurt people.
Yeah?
You're not wrong. Some knights do terrible things. That doesn't make the great ones any less worthy of honor, though.
And good comeback, Ash.
What about knights who have died taking a stand against the church? Would you call them great?
Huh.
That's complicated.
Yeah?
Or what about the knights who put me in Abyss, promising to release me from my curse? When they couldn't, they left me there out of fear for what I might do. Does that sound honorable to you?
So that's what happened. Because I was wondering why, like, we just read her profile. Rhea, I guess, promised. I mean, the knights, yes, but, you know, clearly Reyes has something to do with that. They're like, all right, let's cure you. But they couldn't cure her, so they just decided to keep her in there. That's not...
Hapi, I'm so sorry.
Sorry. I can't help but say nasty things.
Well, it's as long as you realize it, that's okay.
Got any more stories for me? Maybe another racy one?
Yeah, all right, I see. Nothing wrong with that.
Yes, actually. I came prepared with the most racy ones I could find, in case you happen to ask.
Oh, okay, Ash. You know, you're entertaining her.
Of course you did. Let's hear one then.
Oh, hey, you know, if that's what it takes to bond, you know, I like... Ash knows, you know, there's a good common ground, you know? Meet halfway in the middle. That's how you make good friendships. You're not gonna get along and, you know, see eye to eye on everything, but... Alright. And now it's time for the question of the day. But before we begin, I want to assure all the Dorothea fans I'm not disliking her character. Like, that's not it at all. I actually find her quite fascinating. And I'm very interested to see many of her convos or support convos in the future. But she's making me... I've never had, I think, a character where... At least a fictional character where I've said, huh, you know, I can't really see a future with that character, you know, if I was in my avatar's position. And so for me, I'm honestly trying to figure out some things. I'm like, what is it? Like, obviously there's a difference between her and Shamir. And I don't know Dorothea as well. Like, part of me is wondering if it's because I just don't know her as well. And if I got to know the real her, then I would say, okay, you know, then we have something we can work with. Or if it's just our personalities don't mesh. I'm not sure. Well, I can't say don't mesh. Again, it's not like I don't hate her at all. Like, I'm actually interested in her character, but I just, you know, I'm not sure if it's an S rank. Anyways, with that being said, in my confusion, I thought I'd ask you all, what is something you look for in a quote-unquote soulmate? You don't have to, you know, list a bunch of things. I don't want people to have to get personal, but since, you know, I spoke a little bit about mine, I thought, you know, well, let's see what you all have to say, because I am very curious. And I always thought, well, my answer of what I look for has always been easy, but again, it's not like Dorothea is a bad person either. We'll see. Definitely, she and I are going to go through some sort of character arc. But with that said, please post your own thoughts down in the comments below, and I will see you all next time.